Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all had a great Christmas. I see that a lot of people have started subscribing, so that is really amazing. Thank you very much for that. It does help out the channel a lot. Today I wanted to do a DESPIA Enforcer deck profile. Of course, DESPIA hasn't seen a lot of competitive play yet, but I feel like that is about to change when the Strike Structure deck comes out. So as soon as they come out, I'm going to do a new deck profile and a combo tutorial on this deck. But for now, this is what I run. So for the DESPIA monsters, of course, I'm on 3 copies of Alubur, the Jester of DESPIA. This is a searcher for your Theater of the Branded, for your Branded in red. So max out on Alubur. It's your best starter. Of course, along with that, I am running 3 copies of Despian Tragedy. This one, when it's banished, you can special summon your Alubur, so that is really amazing. Dramaturge, 2 copies. Very good card to use as fusion material. Then it comes back and you can negate your opponent's monster effects. So very good card there. And then I'm also running 1 ad libitum. That's it for the DESPIA monsters. Now let's get into the Albas engine. I am running 2 copies of Incredible Ecclesia, the Virtuous. Very good card. It lets you, as a quick effect, special summon your Fallen of Albas, which I'm running 3 copies of. And this one lets you use your opponent's monsters as fusion material, so that is very good. For some hand traps, 3 copies of Nibiru. Nibiru being above level 8, having 3000 attack, and being a light, can also be used as a fusion material for most of your fusion monsters, so that's why I run Nibiru in this deck. 3 copies of Ash, just a very generic hand trap, and for the same reason, 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, and that's it for the hand traps. For our next engine, of course, 1 copy of Celestial and 1 copy of Dasher to go into your Phoenix Enforcer. For some spells, 3 copies of Branded Opening. I feel like this is your best spell because you get to discard 1, and if you have like a Branded Opening and a Despian Tragedy, you're gonna get a whole lot of resource out of that. Lets you special summon your Alubur, which then will search you your either Branded in red, which I'm running 2 copies of, or your Despia Theater of the Branded. I'm only running 1 copy. It's a field spell, it stays on the field, it's searchable, and you can actually recur it from the graveyard, so 1 copy of this is fine. Next up, I am running 3 copies of Fusion Destiny. Of course, we play Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer, so 3 copies of this is mandatory. Other than that, I'm also running 3 copies of Super Polymerization. This card is absolutely insane. Yeah, just using your opponent's monsters to fuse off into your fusion monsters is really powerful. And then for some one-offs, 1 Foolish, 1 Gold Sark. This is here, of course, to send your Despian Tragedy or to banish it. And then 1 Call by the Grave, closing out a 40-card main deck. Now let's get into the extra deck. Alright, now for the extra deck, you are of course running 1 copy of Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer. This card is absolutely insane, and it makes the deck a whole lot better right now, even before the Strike Structure decks. 2 copies of Despian Queridus. Queridus is also very good. The majority of monsters you run are level 8 or higher fusion monsters, and Queridus has the quick effect that it actually brings all of the attack down to 0 from every monster except level 8 or higher fusion monsters, so that is really powerful, and it helps you to OTK your opponent. 2 copies of Masquerade the Blazing Dragon. This card is very good. every time your opponent wants to activate any effect, he has to pay 600 life points before doing so. So this actually helps you either win in time or just bring your opponent's life points down to 0, because combo decks really struggle with going over this card, so that is very, very powerful. 2 copies of Albion. When you make him, you can actually use materials in your graveyard to go into another fusion master, and once the Elbis Strike Structure deck comes out, this is the card that actually allows you to make Dragoon, so that's really cool. 1 copy of Sprint. This is here for your Fallen of Elbas. You can use 1 Effect Master that was special summoned this turn along with your Fallen of Elbas. So once your opponent special summons a monster, you can actually use Fallen of Elbas to go into this with their monster. 1 copy of Brigand, the Glory Dragon. 1 copy of Titaniclad. And then as a final like Elbas Despia fusion master, your 1 copy of Despian Proskinian. Then for some super poly targets, 1 Starving Venom and 1 Madragon of the Swamp. And as a final card, I also run 1 Predaplant Verde Anaconda. And that is it for the deck profile. Hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment what you think, and let me know what you think about what this deck will be able to do once the Elbis Strike Structure deck comes out. And yeah, I hope you learned something, and see you in the next one.